Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video I will be demonstrating to you guys how I do a Russian gel manicure on myself, and this video will be a very in-depth with lots of rich information for all of you to learn, for beginners or even experienced ones. Now let's start by saying that I don't even know why I started working on cuticles right away, but I normally do not do this step first. I normally remove old product. I think I was just so eager to start working on my cuticles that I started there. But as you guys can see, now that I started with my cuticles, I will tell you guys that I use a cylinder diamond bit used for cuticles. Guys, when you start using this bit, be sure that you are using it at the right angle. You do not want to use it at an angle where you're going to be creating rings of fire. You do not want this. You may burn the client, you may create an indentation by accident, and that's not going to look pretty. It's going to actually cause health issues, and it may also cause which is lifting up the nail plate to the natural nail bed. Now you want to use it parallel to the nail bed, okay, not at an angle. Now I went ahead and did both forward and reverse with the same bit, and at this point I am removing with a coarse carbide bit, and I always remove at 35, maximum 35 if the e-file permits it. So in this case, yes. You guys are seeing now that I am removing a very lifted area right there in that tip. I always start by the edges. When I remove a lifted product in a specific area, then I start from the edges and then just very little bit at a time, okay? I work on the top surface until the product flies away. Also, another very important note, when you guys are learning how to do the Russian style manicure and you're removing old product, it is just beneficial for you to know that you don't have to remove all the way down to the bare natural nail. It is not necessary. This step, it is not necessary to remove the entire product, because you're going to reapply again. Unless there's lifting, then you remove the lifted part. But you want to remove all the way down to the base coat and whatever's lifted. I forgot to mention also that I don't use the orange wood stick anymore to lift the cuticles or the proximal fold area, or to open up that pocket and start working. I don't do that anymore. Instead, as you guys saw me right at the beginning of the video, I use this cylinder diamond bit to kind of remove the pterygium, the very stuck to the natural nail plate dead skin. And that way it serves me also to kind of open up a little bit that pocket and then start working. But then I go in, as you guys just saw, I go in with a cuticle diamond bit, a flame bit, that's what it's called, diamond flame bit, for those of you that are interested and would like to purchase. If you're a beginner, I would recommend starting with the fine grit, which is red or yellow, okay? If you're kind of experience, if you have a little bit more experience, then you can go ahead and go and start with the medium. And if you're feeling like you want to dare yourself and just challenge yourself, then just play with the RPMs. Just be sure to start at a low speed, 7 or 8. Okay, would be a very, very safe area to speed to start. Now, after I worked forward and also reverse mode on my cuticles with the flame bit, I went ahead and used the Russian scissors to trim my cuticles. And in this step, guys, I want to tell you that if you prep the cuticles just perfectly, if you prep them, if you push them back, if you open up that pocket in a safe manner, and just you leave them ready for you to trim the cuticles, then it'll be easy. This step will be easy for you because you did a good job at prepping them. Now, I want to encourage you all. This information is for beginners, for my beginners nail tech. I want to encourage you that it's important to, if you're not sure up to where to trim, just do it a little bit at a time. Do it a little bit at a time, and you're gonna go in and remove where there's that white, transparent, dead skin. Okay, up to there. Now, once you move forward, and if you cut beyond that, then you're gonna cut the client because you're cutting live skin. Now, after trimming cuticles, I go ahead and use this disposable file. I believe is from, I forgot the brand. I can link it if you're interested. Now, this is a 100/100. I normally do not use this for natural nails because it's a little too rough, but I was just lazy to grab 120, 150, one of my just softer grits one. I normally use the 100/100 for when I'm going to shape and buff and just perfect the shape and the structure of the gel after the gel application or the hard gel application. These two products that I am applying right now after filing the nails, I've used them for years and years and years, and I can swear and buy them and swear to you that it is very efficient. Very efficient. It's gonna work perfectly fine once you prep the natural nails at the maximum level, at the safest level, so you won't have any lifting. Now, I cleanse the nails right after prepping. I cleanse the nails with a solution that I created myself and I learned with another YouTuber and nail technician. It's 50% isopropyl alcohol, 50% of the ratio, okay, of 99% isopropyl alcohol, and another 50% of the ratio of the 100% acetone, okay. So that creates a cleanser for the natural nail plate and also dehydrates. On top of that, I do like to use the Band-Aid, I think it's called. Let's see. The Band-Aid from OPI that you guys saw me use. I like to use that just to triple make sure that my nails are completely dehydrated and clean. And then I go in with the primer that I've always used, the Band-Aid, not the Band-Aid, the IBD Just Gel Power Bond, Gel Bonder. Now, when it comes to doing a hard gel overlay, I like to apply the product very little bit at a time. Start with a slip-in layer, which is a very little product right on top of the natural nail, just so that you have a little bit of gel. And then when you apply the bigger bead on close to the cuticles, you want to do this close to the cuticle, so you start right from the top and then work your way down. You want to apply just a little bit more. I would say about small to medium bead right close to the cuticles, but not too close where you're gonna flood the cuticle area. And then you work side to side with the brush, working your way down. You want to apply less, you want to start by applying less product and then keep on adding if needed. You want to minimize the filing afterwards. That's why in this step I really take my time to perfect the application as much as I can. That way when I go in and file and shape and perfect the structure, I do not take as long. This step is extremely important for me to save time. Now, this middle finger of mine, I hate it so much, and also my other hand is the same thing. You guys saw that I applied just a little bit on the left side, a little bit more product, so that I can correct the way that it goes to the side. It always is kind of crooked, that nail. It grows crooked. It grows to the side, and this is me correcting that so that I can have a perfectly straight nail. Now, another important factor when you're shaping the structure of your nails after gel application, now it is important that you check all the angles after filing or during filing as well. You want to just make sure that you don't remove too much, but you also don't leave them bulky. Especially if you're going to apply another regular gel polish right on top of that hard gel, you don't want the nail to be bulky. Okay, so you always want to just make sure that you have the right amount of product in the right area of the nail. And now I'm going in and just buffing just a little bit on top of the surface of the nails and underneath as well, just to remove any debris or any of those little hairs left from when I file. And these are my natural nails, guys. I'm so proud. I always leave them this length, but sometimes I just want to go short, square short, because I don't know, just to change it up a bit. Now these are the products that I used, or you guys will see later that I end up not using that gold cat eye polish from Cocoist, which I loved, by the way. I just changed my mind. You guys will see it's really pretty, but I just changed my mind into just keeping those two middle fingers with the same color. By the way, this set right here, This color, I just got it from a collection from the Velvety collection of Cocois for cat eyes. And this is the first gel polish that I buy from them. I've tried their products before, and it's only been their hard gel. That was a long time ago. I just remember that it was I believe it was a 30-gram gel pot, and it was a transparent hard gel, and it cost me about $50 or $60, something like that. And at the time it was extremely expensive. I remember that I had just started doing Russian manicures, and I just thought that I splurged at the time, but I said I can't afford this brand. It's too expensive for me. But I got a hold of this collection, and I'll show you guys in another video. It's 6 polishes, and they're just so pretty. When I applied and when the polish, the first coat, and when I used the magnet, it was just so easy to maneuver the effect, and I just loved it so much because it's just so soft, so subtle, and so easy to maneuver the effect, the magnet, just to move the polish around. And look at how pretty this gold is, and just look at that effect, how easy it is to move the particles around with the magnet. I was just blown away. I do own other cat eye gel polishes, and it's really not this easy and smooth as this collection was. I'm really impressed. I'm really loving, and I cannot wait to try the other colors. I'll show you guys in another video. And I do want to talk to you guys a little bit about how I apply a smile line on a French design. I always start on the right side, how you guys saw me do, and then work on the other side, on the left side. And just perfect the smile line little by little. I do also like to take my time, check every angle, turn the client's hand just how I have it right now. I turn it I turn it the other way. Okay, I think I've shown you guys on other videos where I do French designs on other clients, but I turn it this way, how you guys are seeing right now. And I just make sure that the line is just even, symmetrical. I also want to talk to you guys about when I apply a gel polish, just like so. I try to go very close to the cuticle area, as close as possible, with very little product on the brush. I don't like to flood, obviously I don't like to flood the cuticle area, and I try not to, but I try to go as close as possible, and then work my way down side to side. If I need to use a striper brush so that I can get closer to the cuticle area and just cover the entire nail, then I will do so. But most of the time I don't have to do that step because I'm very experienced at polishing very close to the cuticle area without flooding. Now this is the no sticky top coat from Coty Professional that I've been using lately. I normally use my Extreme Shine top coat from the gel bottle, which I absolutely love, and is my number one most favorite top coat of all. But I ran out, and I'm using this one, and it works just as fine, and it's actually less expensive than the gel bottle one. I just reordered, and I'm just waiting on more top coats and that package to arrive. But this top coat works just fine. It is just as shiny, and it's just the consistency is less dense. Now after top coating, I am going in with this chrome powder. It is very, very how do I say this, light in pigment. You can see it's just to add a little bit of sheen to the color, to the existing color. I don't want to change the effect of the color per se of the polish. I just wanted to add that sheen that you guys will see right there. When you guys are going to be chroming the nails, it is extremely important, and I learned this the hard way, it's extremely important that you top coat the nails entirely, and just to be sure that you are not missing any spots, any corners or anything like that. Wherever you want the chrome to go and stay, you need to top coat that area, all the entire nail, in other words. Now I am using my finger a little bit just to distribute that chrome evenly, and this is the brush that I've used forever and ever. This used to be a foundation brush that I used to use, and I just grabbed it for this just to dust off the excess of the chrome powders. This is the same brush that I use every single time I dust off the excess of chrome powders when I do my clients. Now just the same way that you applied the very first time the top coat before the chrome, you do the exact same thing. You want to make sure that you cover the entire nail and check every single angle, just to be sure that you are applying and covering the entire nail plate. Now I do cure for 5 seconds, or flash cure, each finger as I go every time I do the top coat, okay, on me or my clients, just to be sure that it stays where I want it to stay. And we have come to the end, guys, of this video. I really hope that you learned something and loved these nails just as much as I did, and everyone else. I have gotten so many compliments everywhere I go. They're just so beautiful and make me so happy. Let me know in the comments down below if you would do this set on you or on your clients, and if you learned something, please let me know. I do like to read your comments and interact with you guys. Thank you so much for your support, for watching my videos. Please like, subscribe if you haven't already. I do plan on making very rich informational, educational videos like these in the future. And also just share these videos, guys, to those that you know are gonna be helpful. Thank you so much, and I will see you on my next one. Bye.